Today I'm going to show you how to cut an onion. All that you're going to need, besides the onion of course, is a firm, stable cutting board. This one has rubberized edges, and a basic chef knife. This version came with my knife set that I got for my kitchen, and it's a 7-inch Sentoku knife. That's a variation of the regular chef's knife that has little indentations that you can see along here. What that does is, as you begin to cut the food, it helps it release from the food and make a nice straight cut. So the first thing that we're going to do is cut the onion in half from what we call pole to pole. So from the top end to the bottom end of the root. Cut the onion in half to create two symmetrical pieces. The next thing I do is you lay each side flat. You'll take the peel off of the onion, and probably one layer as well, because what that does, it's usually a little bitter. It may have been exposed to the dirt, which is never desirable in the kitchen. So you'll clean off your board. And notice that I've also left the root end intact. What that does is that keeps the onion together for as long as possible while I'm cutting it. When you're done, as I'll show you, you cut it off, discard it, and the onion will be held together much easier in the process. Now there's two ways to cut an onion. I'm going to show you one way. This way involves cutting the onion in symmetrical lines all the way across, kind of making cuts that go down to the center all the way around, as you'll see here. So you're going to cut the onion straight through, aiming to get to the center of the onion, but not cutting through that root end. So now I'm in the middle, so I'm cutting straight. Then I'm going to start to tilt towards the other side. Now I can tilt the onion this way, make cuts down however large you want them. That's a smaller dice, a smaller mince as I cut them, the lines closer together. I can also space them out a little bit more and get a little bit of a bigger shape. Personally, that's my favorite way to cut the onion. The other option would be a more basic method, a common method. Once again, I'm going to cut off this root end, peel off the paper and the outside thick layer. Now what I'm going to do, it's going to be a series of 3 cuts. Horizontal, vertical, and across. So when I say that, I mean up and down. Well, that would be the vertical. Sideways. And then horizontally across the onion. Now as we compare these to the original one, it's very similar. So you get a similar final product in 2 different variations.